What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, thanks for tuning in. So today we're back working on the 7.3 Powerstroke, installing a couple new parts that I just got in the mail yesterday. These are two parts that I have been looking forward to installing for quite a while. Haven't really gotten around to doing it. So today's the day that we put them on. I first saw this part, I believe, from the channel Fix It Nick. Super great guy, does a lot of good content on various different automotive stuff. If you haven't seen his channel, go check it out. He's got a pretty sweet F350 dually he's working on, a couple of old classic Mustangs, and of course the good tried and true, I think it's a Prius. Go check it out, see what I'm talking about with that. But we'll get right into today's video. What are we installing today? I guess for those of you guys that haven't seen it or maybe new here, here is my 7.3 liter Powerstroke. I know, kind of hard to see right now. Let me get around to the side. There she is. That's a better view of her. Nice 2000 F250 7.3 liter Powerstroke. A lot of stuff done under the hood. Currently building a full custom fuel system on that. Videos will be coming out kind of around this video. So if they're not out yet, wait, subscribe so you don't miss it. If they are out, go check them out. Like I said, a lot of work done to this old girl. She's turning out pretty sweet, and I'm slowly building her exactly how I wanted her. But today's video, we're going to be working all the way back there. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Some of you guys may have noticed this thing right here. That is actually a crane to put my wheelchair into the bed of the truck. I am in a wheelchair. You can kind of see the shadow there. Still driving a big old, I guess it's not that big, but still driving a nice Powerstroke, doing what I want. That's what that is, and that's kind of involving what we're doing today, which is installing some tailgate assist on the back of the truck. This isn't really a problem for most people, but for me, let's see if I can give you a good comparison. So as you can see, with sitting in a wheelchair, the truck is basically like being around a big old jacked up truck for me, when it's basically just a normal truck. And the tailgate, I think, is actually taller than I am, which means anytime I have to open and close the tailgate, it's basically like shoulder pressing it. And I don't really want to just open it and let it drop, so I have to control it on the way down, which isn't a bad thing when it's right here, but when it's up here, it's a little bit more of a pain. So hopefully these new DeeZee soft open cylinders, or whatever you would call them, make it a little bit easier. And if not, at least it'll give the truck a little bit more of a modern feel to it, kind of like the new trucks where you just kind of press a button or barely touch the tailgate and it just like nicely drops on down. A little touch of modern on a good old 20-year-old truck. So let me show you guys the cylinders and we'll get into the install. It should be pretty quick and straightforward. Alright, hopefully you can see me. Here's a quick look at what it's like for me to open it currently, and then, like I said, we'll do an after test of what it's like afterwards. As you can see, it's a bit awkward. Tailgate's pretty heavy, drops down pretty hard. So let's see if we can fix that. I think this will help a lot. Alright, so here's a good look at the kit that you would order, what it comes with. I'm actually pretty surprised. It's a really solid kit, really good instructions. Not that it's all that complicated, but it's really nice when companies include really good instructions. It means, I don't know, to me it seems like they actually care a little bit more and take a little pride in their product. So really solid, there we go, really solid instructions, tells you all the tools you need and goes through step by step on how to do it. Alright, so basically what we're looking at in the kit is you got your cylinder. That is actually what slows it down and creates the effect of having it be a slow drop. You got a nut zert right there, which basically goes into this little hole down at the bottom here, and that's how you fasten it. Basically what a nut zerk is if you can see it, that metal's all cut up or cut in slots, and so that way when you tighten it down, the metal expands kind of like a rivet. It expands and pinches the metal in between, and then you got a threaded nut on the inside to thread in the plate, which is actually here, or the pin, which is here, right there. So the thread's in, provides the mounting point for the cylinder. and you're good to go. I'm not going to go through overly detailed. If you guys get one of these kits, you can read the instructions. Pretty straightforward. We'll go in and start installing it. You can see right there, nice and flush mounted, right in place. See, it's looking good. So now we'll take our little pin with the ball on it, or bolt with the ball on it, put some Loctite on it, fasten it in there. It's already almost halfway done. I said only 12 foot-pounds, so it's really not in there that tight. I imagine that's why it has Loctite. So now it's in time to install the top of the cylinder, or the top mounting plate, which is right there. Should be pretty simple. Alright, so the top mounting plate goes right in here. Take that out, put the new one in. And then we'll have to take off this little bump stop at the bottom, which means pulling the tail light out. Top it out. The top bolt comes out, nice and simple. Put the new plate underneath it. Make sure it's facing the right way. There's that. And now we'll take this out. And for this little bumper, there's just two little nuts on the inside that hold it in place. It's out. Let's put the taillight back in place. Piston just pops in place there. Just like that. It's all installed. So there you go. It's all installed. That's all it takes. Let's do a test to see how it looks. I'm actually going to be installing another on that side. Fix-It Nick, the guy I talked about earlier, he did this as well. Tried one and it worked, but it works a lot better with two from what his experience was. So I'll try it out, and then we'll try it out again with both of them. Close it up just fine, and I'll see if I can let it free fall. Definitely better. You should be able to see that. Doesn't slam at all now. So now, with that thing, should be a lot better. All right, on to the other side. Just like that, it's all wrapped up. I'm squinting even harder right now because the sun is like directly behind the camera. You can see the shadow on me. So it's all wrapped up, working phenomenal. Works really, really well. I don't know if I said this in the video or not, but the one on the driver's side, or the one on the passenger side, on the packaging it says it only works for the driver's side. And that's why you saw me drilling out that little hole on the other side. The only reason I can think of why they say it won't work on the passenger side is because that hole is a little bit too small, smaller than the one on the driver's side that you put the little nut zerk in. I have no idea why, but I just drilled it out to 1/2 inch and it fits perfectly. No issues, no interference. It all seems to work well. So let me give you a quick look at it so you guys can do a comparison of before with one shock and with two shocks. Yeah, so let me do that. Alright, give it a shut. And I'll just let it drop. Just like that. Works great. Let it go. Controls it all the way down. Absolutely awesome. So there you go. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. It's one of those little things that doesn't really matter all that much, but when you use it, or every single time you use it, it kind of puts a little smile on your face. You're like, man, this is kind of nice. Definitely not needed by any means, but one of those fun things. I think they were like $40 a piece or so. Not too bad. And if you want to just do one works just fine. But I think the one would have worn out a little bit faster, and with two, it's a little more controlled. I think they'll last a little bit longer. So I'm going to actually link those down below if you're interested in them. If you guys do buy through the links, it does cut back to the channel a little bit. Gives me a small cutback. It doesn't cost you guys anything else. Just kind of helps the channel out and takes a little bit of money out of Amazon's pocket. By a little bit, I mean a little bit. It's like maybe 3 or 4%, so it's pretty small, but it all helps out and it all adds up. Let me know what you guys think about it. I'm pretty happy with it. Not one of those nice little touches. Gives it a little bit of a more of a modern feel to it. It's just kind of a fun thing to do. Didn't cost a whole lot, so I figured I might as well. I'm not sure when this video is going up. I have this being done. The reason I did this today is because the fuel system that I'm building right now on the truck, I ran into a little bit of a snag. I'll do a video on that explaining what happened, but we're going to be continuing to work on this truck, building a full custom fuel system, something I've never seen anybody else do before, so it's pretty exciting to do that. If you are not subscribed to the channel and you're interested in this kind of stuff, I encourage you to subscribe to the channel. We got some fun stuff going on. Usually try to upload at least once a week. I'd like to try to get twice a week if I can, now that the weather's getting nicer, but we'll see. No promises. As always, to all you guys that like the videos and give it a thumbs up, I really appreciate it. Really helps the channel grow. The more you guys like it, the more you guys comment on it, the more YouTube decides to share it with other people. So all you guys that do that, I really appreciate it. As always, if you guys have any questions or comments, leave them down below, and I should be able to get back to answering all of them. It is getting a little bit to a level that it's getting harder to keep up with all the comments, but that's a good thing. That's awesome. I appreciate it. With that, for whoever made it this far in the video, I'll give you guys a little bit of a cold start of the truck. It's not cold, but it has been started in a while. That sounds pretty good. So I'll probably end it on that and let you guys enjoy the sound of a good old 7.3.